Hello, it's Coach-LaKesha Kenya with HowIQuitNursing.com. Today is Saturday, and I want to, bring this little short video. I want to talk today about my run-in with the law. I was driving home from Atlanta here some days ago, and I got stopped by the Georgia State Patrol. And my mom always says to me, okay, don't be out there speeding, because I must admit, I am somewhat of a speed demon. I actually received a super speeder ticket that I'm not proud of, but in actuality, it really happened. I received a super speeding ticket that cost me $720. So learn from that. I learned from that not to be out there speeding. But in the meantime, I am driving along, just pumped up, amped out of my mind, because we had a fabulous meeting in Atlanta. And when I got through the door, the first thing they asked me upon greeting me was, LaKesha, can you help us today? Can you help present? And I'm like, well, I've never done it before, but you know me, I'm always up for a challenge. I'm always excited. I'm always motivated. And by the way, after that event, this one man told me that I could sell a nail. So that was a first. But however, back to my running in with the law. The first thing that the cop said to me when he pulled me over, he said, boy, you sure are loaded down. And as you can see right here on my kitchen table, these were all the things that he saw in my car. So I'm not sure if he thought I stole them, or if I don't know what he thought, but he was like, you sure are loaded down. And he went on to say to me, where you coming from, Texas? How long you been here and all these things, because I have a Texas plate. And so as I went on to talk to the officer and answer his questions, he said, well, it seems as though you were weaving, you bobbed and weaved or whatever. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, I was behind you and I saw you kind of sway in the lane. And I know what it was. I dropped my phone, so I reached down to get the phone. So one lesson learned is, if you drop your phone, let it stay. You just, of course, don't want it to get caught up under the pedal or caught up on your foot that could cause you any jeopardy. But that's what really happened. I reached out to pick up my phone, and I guess I swerved. So he thought I was drinking. So he pulled me over. He said, well, I just want to know that, make sure that you're not drinking under the influence. And I said, no, sir. I said, I'm a nurse. What that got to do with drinking, I don't know. But that was the first thing I said. No, sir, I am a nurse. He said, well, so where do you work at? And I told him DeKalb Medical Center, blah, blah, blah. From one thing to the other, he went back to his car, ran my license plate, whatever he do with the insurance, and he came back. And so he was just chatting it up with me. So, of course, me, chatterbox, I was chatting it up with him. So I was like, you know what, officer, really and truly, I've been in Atlanta for the last week, I said, and all these things that you see here, this is what I do. So I took out my phone and literally scanned this item in front of the officer to let him know what it was I was doing. By the way, I paid $17.90 for this. And when I scanned the barcode and showed it to the officer, it showed me that the item was costing like $102. So I was making an $87 profit off that one item. I said, so that is why I have all these things in my car, officer. And then I went on to say to him, that I had been a nurse for almost 20 years, blah, blah. So the next thing that I do, me being me, I pulled out my business card and I said, yeah, by the way, officer, HowIQuitNursing.com is my website. And this is what I do. I, just recently quit my nursing job, and this is my, gig that I do right now. He said, oh yeah, I saw Millionaire in Training on your tag. He said, so I guess that's the way to go. So the moral of this story is, if you get stopped by a cop, and by the way, I only got a warning. Usually I always get a ticket. So one thing, if you're a nurse, say to the cop, hey, I'm a nurse. I don't know if that's why he let me off with a warning, or if it was that, I just don't know. But 99% of the time, if I'm stopped by a cop, I always get a ticket. So this time I told him, I said, I'm a nurse. So if you are a nurse or a nursing professional, medical professional, say, hey, I'm a nurse to the cop. And maybe, just maybe, you might get off easy like I did. The next thing is, you know, this cop walked away with my business card. Now, whether he threw it in the median, I don't know. All I know is he is the one who opened up the conversation for me, and I ended it by showing him my zapper, my scanner on my phone, and ended up giving the highway patrol my business card. Is that not cool or what? Again, this your girl, Coach-LaKesha Kenya. This is my experience with my run-in with the law. So I hope that you gather something from this. Partner with Coach-LaKesha Kenya. Click the link below. You can find me on Facebook at Coach-LaKesha Kenya Hall. Or I think it's LaKesha Kenya Hall. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LaKesha Kenya. You can find my blog at LaKesha Kenya. What is it? LaKesha Kenya blog. So just partner with your girl, Coach-LaKesha Kenya, and let's just make some things happen in your life. If you need some financial relief, I can definitely help you with that. So if you are subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it. If not, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment on my videos, like and share. If you don't like it, you know, hey, everything is not for everybody, no worries. But if I say something that really resonates with you, please, by all means, pay it forward and share it with someone else. Until the next video, this your girl, Coach-LaKesha Kenya.